Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. Hey man, how y'all doing? Yeah, y'all know what it is, man. How y'all doing?
Still.
Yeah, it's forever.
CB, that was the worst you I ever seen in my life, sir. That shit was terrible. CB said,
Did he go fingers? Yeah, whatever.
Hey man, are y'all checking the chat?
Pope,
Yeah.
what's going on, man?
Yeah, check on.
Did y'all see what I put in the chat?
Yeah.
Ooh, what? What do you mean? Other than what we talk about all the time?
Recruiting?
Did you not see the newest thing I put in the You Heard chat?
Oh, no.
That's real.
What? Is it more? Yeah. We already know what's happening.
We already know two of them. Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Hold on. Yeah, we knew that. I sent that earlier.
Yeah, that's already.
I asked you what was going on.
Yeah, you stayed quiet. I was like,
it's real. That's what's going on.
I asked you what was happening because that's your man.
It's real.
We forget he's an hour behind.
Yeah, even with text messages.
I've been off this thing. Oh,
I didn't watch anything.
I've been chilling, but I've been off my phone, man. I've been off of it.
Chat, what's going on, chat? How y'all doing, man?
Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Man. Let's kick this thing off right, man, before it goes off the rails. Hope everybody's doing well, man. Everybody had a good Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, not a great way to end it. Poke, how you doing, brother?
I'm fine.
You know, I was hoping you would have gone with neat. There. I'm neat.
Doesn't call for it.
Okay.
That's a person who gonna punch you in the face. Like that's an answer of a person that's gonna punch you in the face. Like, how you doing? I'm good. I'm fine. I'm just fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm just
fine.
To
punch you in the face. I'm fine.
Just cracking the wrists and stuff. Joey, how you doing, brother?
Like I said to y'all before, man, calmly disappointed. You know what I mean? So calmly disappointed.
When you read that, I was like, holy shit, that's exactly how I was like folding clothes in complete and utter silence. I had the TV on, I have no music on, I was just sitting there folding clothes. Is like, what the
I'm disappointed because watching the game, I knew what was gonna happen. Like you can see it before every Syracuse snap. Where they were going and what was gonna happen. You can see it every time. So as I'm watching it, I'm calm. I'm like, well, I guess this is what it's gonna be because
it's like a predictably bad movie. You know what I mean? It was one of those movies like I know exactly how this is gonna end, but I gotta watch. I'm already here. I'm here watching it. CB, how you doing, brother? Well, we know how you're actually doing, but you know what I'm saying? This speechless CB is very awkward. I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna be honest, man. This hasn't been a good weekend. Games lost. I've had 3 interviews set up this weekend. None of them showed up. It hasn't been a good weekend, dog. I just got some of the worst news I didn't want to read.
Yep.
It hasn't been a good weekend. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. It hasn't been a good fucking weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's hard to, what I'm saying, these are the shows that, what I'm saying, we show up for when it's uncomfortable, but it is what it is. Look, man, everybody knows it. We got 65 people rocking with us right now. Appreciate y'all so much. Yesterday was an absolute disaster. You're up 21-0. You're like, okay. And then that 21-7, I was like, oh, like that, because it was like 4 plays, 5 plays. I was just like, okay, all right, well, let's settle down. And then I realized, oh, it's the second quarter where we're the worst we're the worst on offense in that quarter, because that's when we'll have like 1 or 2 3-and-outs, and our defense can't stop anything, dog. Oh, like they showed a graphic, a couple clips that McCord was getting the ball out in like a second and a half. That's first read. Like it wasn't like he's looking through the field and there's like, oh, a busted coverage later. No, we know exactly where you're gonna be weak because it's what you've shown us, and you're not adjusting to it. I felt like I could have done this I could have just yelled this whole show, but I'm here with my brothers. So Poke, however you want to start, wherever you want to go, you just go, bro. This is our therapy session. Get this shit all out the air, cleanse this bitch, sage it. You know what I mean? Changes the energy, because at the end we'll be talking about something different.
No, I mean, yeah. Of course, I mean, I'm disappointed with how the season ended. We all wanted to be going to Charlotte next weekend, but I mean, it sucks. But I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing all the negativity that's now just everywhere and on X,
Pervasive.
on almost every platform. It's just exhausting, man. It just, at this point, I mean, you just got to accept it for what it is now. I mean, yeah, we had a 10-2 season.
Facts.
10 wins was kind of like the floor for a lot of people. You know, I mean, I had us at 11-1, which we should have been, but we end up 10-2, and that's things could have gone differently, of course, but I mean, overall, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this season. One, because I had season tickets and I was able to go to every game, and I got to see a couple road games that were close. I had an absolute blast every game I went to. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of this season.
8 out of the 12, right? 8 out of the 12 games you went.
Every home game, and then I made the UF game and the USF game. So
yeah,
that's so true.
Yeah, man. I just enjoyed the hell out of watching this team play. Enjoyed the hell out of watching Cam Ward work, and just being able to see Restrepo do what he did this year to break records. I mean, it was just overall for me. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, it sucks we didn't end it the way we wanted to, but if you'd have told me at the beginning of the year that we'd go 10-2, and have a chance to play in the ACC championship, we would have, been ecstatic about that. But I think what really chaps a lot of people's asses is the way 10-2 ended up. Now, if we
chaps people's asses.
Now,
why did you tell me that as the episode title? I would have gone with that. Chap, you know what really chaps our asses? All right, sorry.
Right. But no, I think like if we start off the season like we go like 1-2 or 2-2, and then we run the table and end 10-2, I think it has a completely different vibe to it. It's just I think it's the way we got to 10-2 is what's really, really ticking a lot of people off. And I mean, I get it. I totally get it. I'm just over it now at this point. It's like, I want to see, we still have that outside chance to make it. And if we do, we do. And then, it gives us another shot, but we got to wait till Tuesday to find out, to see what's going on. So
following Tuesday, right? Because we got to see where we're at this week and then next week after the championship games. Joey, I think you and I don't know anybody else, and if they did, I'm sorry, that had us at 12-0 before the season. Most people had 9-3, 10-2, even Poke had 11-1, even with the schedule being what it was. How you feeling about it? Now we're 28 hours removed from yesterday's game.
Again, man, just disappointed. 10 wins is good, but I'm not gonna hold you. I fully expected 10 wins at least. When you have a quarterback in college football or any football you have a chance every single game. So I fully expected that. The offense was a top 5 offense in the country. Not in the ACC, in the country. So defensively, all we needed to be was competent. And that wasn't the case when we got to ACC play. Facts. So that's where the disappointment comes from. I tried to ride with the defensive staff. I really did. But as we kept going and going, seeing things like like, why is the same things happening every single week?
Yeah, over and over
things every single week.
Yeah,
and I can't fathom being in charge of a group that's that porous and being paid that much money and still being employed. I can't fathom that. So if people ask, should Coach Guidry still be here? I just can't imagine that in any world, like any corporate America in baseball, any other sport. I can't imagine that you had the opportunity with a top 5 offense to really dominate with a decent defense out there.
It's mediocre. Yeah.
And you put that out there and so disappointed. Disappointment.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Shout out to our guy Mo. Lance Guidry this season equals Mark D'Onofrio. Appreciate the dono, which equals trash. I think you should have gone Lance Guidry this season plus Mark D'Onofrio equals trash. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you if you know what I'm saying. I feel like that would have been a better way. Look, yeah, man, before I toss it to CB, look, it was fun because we had the wins and it was like, you know what I'm saying, thrilling and shit, like going back to the Cal game. But a lot of these performances, man, weren't any improvement on that side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got caught up, and shout out to our guy Gary, you know what I'm saying, London G, says like, look, man, look, Wake Forest, we got excited. I was like, oh shit, they might have figured something out. And no, they just one of those things where like the clock was right that day. You know what I mean? It wasn't because more than not in ACC play, the defense didn't come ready. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be OJ struggled, but OJ was put on the island with no safety help for most of that game. Right? Like they ran this with that player Meeks ran the same play, he did a little bounce and cut inside on multiple defensive backs, and there was nobody there. Because you have ultra aggressive defensive coordinator blitzing your safeties as if you didn't already see that your defensive backs ain't that and they need as much help as possible. It's just a struggle, man. Get this dono from 27K before we go to you, CB. JG3, come on, man. Second half defense, still communication problems, bad angles, out leverage in the red zone with no adjustments to slide. Is Amir was Mesidor dropping way too much in coverage instead of coming after the QB? To all that, yes. Yes. Nothing there was a falsehood. I didn't understand it. It's like we saw Georgia Tech and we're like, you know what? Let's just do that again. Let's just run our guy off and never close off the edge. CB, listen, man. Whatever you want to talk about, CB, however you want to approach it, Dolly, as they say.
First off, chat. Let people feel how they feel in the chat. Everybody gonna feel different about a win and a loss. Let
don't try to convince people of your opinion.
This is vent day. Chat. Hug that person that you feel like going too hard. He hurting.
Like they say in church, look to your left and your right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all hurting together, dog.
You're hurting.
Yeah.
it's a very disappointing 10-2. I'm confused on things I saw on the defensive side. I rewatched the game last night, and let me tell y'all,
shout out to the clips.
the stuff that was there in the second half was there early. Syracuse just didn't see it early enough. Mezzi was out there on a running back in the first quarter. Syracuse just didn't take advantage of it. A couple times we got to him before he could take advantage of us. And then they started pulling out them empty sets, isolating running backs on linebackers, and they started motioning their running backs out of the backfield, isolating them on linebackers. Then they started motioning to get him a free release, knowing that him moving from the left side to the right side was going to put him on the safety and giving him a free release on a cross to that safety and getting over there in time. They started adjusting. And if you're watching it not as a Canes fan, it's low-key fucking beautiful to see how they adjusted. The defensive line didn't play as bad as people want to say they did. There are so many times when they're almost there. They did a fantastic job of getting the ball out of Kyle McCord's hand. Ruben Bain was an absolute force in this football game. Go back and watch it. The man was incredible. Tyler Barron almost got there a couple times. They just didn't get there in time. We blitzed DBs a lot in this one. That is confusing for a couple reasons. You're not getting home because they're getting the ball out too fast, so the safeties are running fucking cardio. It's just cardio because you're not getting there. Then in the second half, why are you continuously doing this when your freshman corner is struggling? They got him in his head now. They had a couple penalties on him, and bless OJ. OJ been playing out his fucking mind all year, and he's holding his own out there. It's true freshman, dog. Get him some help over the top. You got a 21-0 lead, dog. Play base defense. Keep everything in front of you. Why are you blitzing safeties when they're clearly targeting your freshman corner? They hit us with a nice double move coming out the second half. That first drive is just painful to watch.
Yes, it was.
Double move was good. Look, we got caught napping. We got caught looking in the backfield, got us on the double move. Cool. But that should have told you right then and there, hey, let's keep these safeties over the top, dog. Let's keep everything in front of us. Let's slow this bitch down. Nah. Cameron Bobby Pruitt got 6 snaps yesterday. We talked on the fucking show Wednesday about the receiver and about the running back and the tight end being deadly in this offense. Why wasn't Lofton, Arroyo, and Damian Martinez lined up in some kind of slot or something all goddamn week, punishing Bobby Washington and Pruitt until they got ready for the assignment? Where's the wrinkle? Where? No wrinkle, y'all tell me if y'all saw an answer. A defensive answer for this tight end or this running back coming out the backfield. Was there a new wrinkle? Was there something different presented?
No, sir.
No, there was. It's called Mesidor trying to cover somebody. That was the wrinkle.
And I'm sorry, but a lot of this goddamn fan base punished one of our freshman defensive ends last year because he couldn't do that shit. They're not supposed to be doing that. It's not their skill set.
Nope.
But even with that, all you had to do was slow the shit down. Play base, fundamental football, and just keep everything in front of you. We saw them use 3 safeties against Wake. I like that. Why do we get away from that? What happened to the different looks? What happened to the 3-3-5 stack? Like, at some point, if you're going to play man, you might as well put hands on the receivers.
Nope. Fresh off the line.
You're playing man anyway. I don't want to hear this. What if they get beat over the top? That's what the safeties are for, dog. That's what the safeties are for. I don't understand the lack of adjustments. And Mezzi played so great when you put him back at his natural position at end. Yep. Then you put him on a position like this. It makes no sense.
Outside linebacker. Not outside linebacker.
Makes no sense to me. I don't really have any gripes with the offense. Fletch ran hard. Like that dude
was not a holding
runs
call.
hard. He could use a little bit more vision, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. He runs hard.
Mhm.
Martinez ran his ass off. I'm talking about the 2-yard runs that didn't look impressive. That man ran his ass
holding
off.
call on Jalen Phillip Rivers was bullshit. That shit was
bullshit, dog.
That shit was
trash, dog. You know it's bad, dog. You know it's bullshit. You know it's
but I'm not putting this on the refs, though. I can't do that.
No, not at all.
You know,
but it was a trash call. It 100%. But I tell you what was another trash call. The touchdown that we got saved on, that was a bullshit call. That alignment was not that bad. That man was basically on the center's hip, and you can call that on most plays.
Oh, the illegal. Oh, nah.
Yeah, that was a bad call on their side too.
I don't think it was a bad call. You didn't have to call it, but he was not on the line of scrimmage. You didn't have to call it.
Come on, fam. That person's usually just on, like, as long as you're kind of aligned with the center or around his hip, they don't call that.
I don't think he chipped with the ref.
We ain't out here playing a best, a foursome.
No, my point is, calls were blown on both sides, though. Calls were blown on both sides. This wasn't a game where I'm blaming the refs. I just think we didn't finish. When you have a team up 21-0 with the best offense in the country, you got to finish, man.
We scored plenty. We scored enough to win the game.
Definitely. We scored 38.
Shout out. Let me make sure I get his name right.
Shout out to Mo for the dono. CB preaching. Facts.
He's one of my favorite. Pierre Escargot. Shout out to him. He tweeted something called the 30 rule. Dog, if your offense score more than 30 and you lose, it's probably on the defense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If your defense gives up less than 30 in college football, it's probably on the offense.
If you score 21 in the first quarter, you should win again.
Yeah. You should win.
So
you should win.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I mean, I'm happy. I'm not gonna say I'm not happy with 10-2, right? Because I actually predicted 10-2. It's just how we got to 10-2 upsets me. It just upsets me because everything was there in front of us. This was not a good defense that we played. It is a good offense. I'm not going to take anything away from them.
Their defense was trash.
Their defense is terrible.
So was ours.
We should have won this football game.
Yeah,
we should have won this football game.
That was no word.
And that's why I'm mad. Just because everything was in front of us, man. The ACC championship was in front of us. And I'm not saying winning it. I'm saying a chance to play in the football game, a chance to win it was right there in front of us. A chance to have a lock into the playoff was right there in front of us. You know, the best offense we've ever seen in the history of this program. I mean, this program is historic. The names that are built into the fabric of this program are some of the greatest football names in the history of the sport. And this was the best offense this college has ever seen. Think of some of the great quarterbacks that have come through here, dog. People don't talk about Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly is Miami Hurricanes football quarterback. Cam Ward did something this year that nobody had ever done under center for Miami. It just hurts because it could have been a really special year, and it feels like it was just ripped out. And I really don't know how else to say it.
I mean, you said everything. James Wolf.
That was PI.
Yeah, that was
he had him. He had his breastplate.
Didn't turn the back around.
He grabbed him. Yeah, he grabbed him in the front.
He grabbed the shit out of him. Let's not act like that wasn't. That was 100% a PI. Yeah, no, let's not. We're not lying.
But that happens with a freshman, though. You're gonna take the good with the bad with a freshman.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I take the good with the bad with OJ all year, dog.
He was on the island the whole game. He was on the island the whole game.
What you did this year.
Facts.
That we needed that from him. We needed somebody to step up and own that guy in that spot this year. I got nothing but love for OJ. That young man is going to make a lot of money in the league one day.
He just happened to have his bad when we didn't need it. Is what it was.
It happens, yeah.
It's crazy to ask of freshmen to be your best player and your upperclassmen just never step up. Just they're never, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
they're obviously not good enough. They're not good enough.
And they're not. Yeah,
put them out
and continue to put them out there.
Well, what's wrong with asking a freshman to be your best player? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
No, but
Nothing.
I'm saying your upperclassmen to never step up, and then just
Because they can't, because they're not as good, so they're not going to step up. So you play the freshman.
To Polk's point, they're not. They're just some football players are just not as good as other football players.
I don't know. I just think that goes along with. I mean, you can't put the entire blame on Guidry with anything regressing or getting better or changing. At some point, you're going to have to put some of this on the players themselves. If they're not getting better, is it because they're at their best and that's the best they can do? That's why they're not getting better? That's why they're regression? Because they're not picking up anything that's going on in practices or picking up any kind of defensive schemes? It all can't be on the coaches. The coach is not the one out there blowing assignments, missing tackles, not being in the right position. It's got to come down to the players at some point.
I disagree.
Yeah,
It's got to be both.
Some point.
It's got to be both. Now, Polk got a point, bro. At some point, a lot of times during the year, motherfuckers is in the position to make plays. This game is a little different because this game we saw glaring scheming issues. But to Polk's point, bro, there's been a lot of times we've come on here after games and we're like, yo, you're there. You're missing. You're taking the wrong gap. So it's both. It's definitely both.
Right, but the issue is
both. The issue I have is putting certain players in positions to not succeed. You can't have Kiko, who's a downhill middle linebacker.
100%
He's a downhill middle linebacker. He's not Fred Warner, fam. He's not Roquan Smith. No. He should not be chasing running backs 30 yards downfield. And then coming back, expected to take on two pulling guards. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. That's bad. You can't have Mezzi or whoever dropping into the flat. And
that was Barron earlier in the year. That was Tyler Barron earlier in the year.
That's where the blame gets put on the coaching and scheme.
Yeah.
That point.
When you have three tight ends come out in a heavy run formation, you have to shift to the three tight end side. You can't get out leveraged. Where's that? Like that's the most frustrating
we ran
part.
A stunt last night that had no chance of fucking working. When I say this thing had no chance of working,
and killed the edge.
None. There was either the player on the end decided to stunt on his own, or this was one of the worst defensive designs I've ever seen in my entire life.
Here's why it's not yet. Here's why it's not the player for me in that situation, because we've seen that already, right? Like it's not like a one-off where that player crashes. With different players, we've seen those stunts when teams are just going at our edges. If you're, if you're crashing inside, you're giving up the edge. There's nobody to seal there because that receiver on that side is just running. It's just running a go route. So that's all cleared. You know what I mean? And so it's not on the player. The tendency and the way that's been taught, yes, Poke, you're right. The secondary guys that we have clearly weren't good enough, which is on the coaches that should have evaluated that. At least go with the younger guys, let them get their lessons in, just like OJ did, right? He's going to get better. He's going to step up. But if you continue to make the same mistakes, that's on coaching to be like, yo, we don't have anybody. Like, maybe we should change this up. Like, if you continue to do those stunts when players are coming at your edges, when teams are coming at your edges, that's on coaching. The players can't see it. Like, you got to play. You got to run the play the way the play is called. That shit was like, yo. Every time they crash inside, I was like, what are you doing? You're getting penetration with this D line. Why are you running off your other guy and blitzing your safety and leaving no safety help behind it? Like it just made no. And you. It's not like we could copy and paste this conversation from every other game. This is just the flip of the Louisville game. Louisville torched us like this, right? We just came out on the winning side. Was that 42-35? Right, that was still 35 points that we gave up. This wasn't anything new, like breaking news. It's just the same shit. When it's the same shit, that's 60-40 from your coaching, because at no point did you go, yo, what we need to do needs to be different. The players are what they are and didn't put them in any position to succeed throughout the season. That, to me, is on the teachers. Right? Like if you had a teacher who like, yo, can't teach you math, let me approach a student differently.
Yeah, so category 5.
I'm out. But there's levels to the game, dog. There's levels to that. Yes, there are linebackers that have that kind of versatility. Kiko is not that kind of linebacker. Kiko is like a 3-4 thumper. There's levels to linebacker, fam.
You have
you
linebackers
got 17 and 22 off the bench that can do that. That's my only problem.
You have
do have talent that can do that. The talent's not bad on this football team. In some areas, are we as stacked as we need to be? No. There was always some issues in the secondary. But let's not act like the team does not have talent. This is a talented fucking football team. And another comment down there that we need 4-star D. OJ Frederick is a 3-star defensive back. Development and coaching trump stars. I'm so tired of seeing this shit. Ryan Mack is 3 stars. If we only go after 3, 4, and 5-star guys, you'll never find Cam Ward. You gotta eventually coach and develop motherfuckers. It's not just about hitting on first rounders. You don't win Super Bowls by hitting on first rounders. You win them by hitting on your 6 rounders. The team is not void of talent. There is talent on this football team on both sides of the football.
Who play on 1st and 2nd down, and they come off the field on 3rd down because it's a passing game. There are a few linebackers who are 3-down linebackers.
Facts.
Like Kiko, we know is not that dude.
No, he's not.
He's not, man. I wouldn't even ask him to do that.
Because you have to understand who he is. Like, again,
you have
CB
people
said,
who can cover.
Yeah, you're 22 balled out yesterday. 22 forced a fumble, recovered it himself, only had 6 snaps. He's one of your faster, speedier. Pobo plays solid. There are guys, look, man, like players struggled, coaches struggled. They both struggled equally when it mattered most on the defensive side. 70% 3rd down conversion in yesterday's game, fam. 70%. Couldn't get off the field. Couldn't call the right call. Players couldn't make the right call. That goes equally to both. The thing that we're talking about and we're debating on this between us, it's 51-49 for me on any given play, whether it's coaches or players will miss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's 90-10. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's 51-49. It's not. We're not arguing. What we're arguing about isn't this huge disparity where, like, no, you're fucking crazy because it's only coaches or it's only players. No, that's not real life. If a safety continues to take a bad angle, but the guy behind him doesn't have the experience, then what do you do? But if he continues to take the bad angle, I'd rather have the young guy take the bad angle and learn from that bad angle, as opposed to a safety being hesitant in those angles to make the play and jump, you know what I'm saying, and doing anything else. But man, it was just
so the job of the coach is to teach, develop, and put the players in the best position to succeed. When you do that, if the players don't succeed, that's on the player. If the player doesn't work, if the player doesn't watch film, if he doesn't take care of his body, if he misses tackles in the open field and he's not doing his assignment on the field, that's on the player. But if the player is not fast enough, if the player is not strong enough, why is he on the field? So that's a coaching decision. If the players are not in the right position to succeed, if they're out leveraged, if they're playing man all the time and they can't cover, then whose fault is that? That's not the player's fault. Like,
what you're asked to do and how you perform is a difference, right? What you're asked to do is on coaching. How you perform
last year, man. He used Corey Flagg in such an effective way last year. He hid all of his he hid everything he didn't do well and put him in positions to make plays in areas where his skill set lined up with what the offense was probably going to run. Look at how he used Jaden Davis last year. The motherfucking coach.
Okay. One was better than the other there. Okay, all right, I respect it.
Yeah, it's not that Lance Coach Guidry can't coach.
So I'm confused because I saw some shit from Guidry last year where it looked like the man could coach a box of cats. And this year he's doing things that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a offensive guru. I feel like I would shred his fucking scheme this year. because I'm watching these games back and I'm watching our guys not be in the best of positions to be successful. It's not, I'm telling y'all, somebody said something about the defensive line rotation. Y'all, this defensive line is very good, but you're asking a true defensive end to drop back and cut. That's not what he does. It's not what Mezzi does. In the pass rush, which is supposed to be our skill set, it's going to hurt you in games like this just because of the style of the offense. They get the ball out quick. I can show you clip after clip of the guys almost getting there if you don't believe me. The defensive line tried. I mean, there's a motherfucker trying to block you. You can only get there but so fast, dog. Like,
this ain't the game. This ain't college
yeah.
football.
I mean, like, we're literally putting hands on McCord in his follow through. It's just that they did such a good job of getting it out. And that's kind of why some of the things that Joe and Mike were saying, like at halftime, where it's like, man, maybe we need to keep the safeties over the top and start jumping some of this short stuff. It just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of guys played their worst brand of football last night too, or yesterday too, that we hadn't seen. We hadn't seen some of the guys that are usually kind of hold it down for us. They didn't really play too good. I did see someone's comment earlier. I want to address this, that said they didn't see the flag on Jacoby. I am the biggest Jacoby George apologist there is. Y'all, if you know this show, you know that I apologize for 3 more than probably anybody else in this fan base does. No excuse for it. Situational football has to be a thing. You can't have that there. You just can't have it. It was a penalty. It was a good flag.
Yep. Unnecessary.
You can't have it there. And I scream from the mountaintops when it's time to defend him. So I can't shy from that now. That's
he got that.
Every time I scream to defend him and people tell me stuff, this is what they talk about. That is just you only need one. You just need one. You can't have that from seniors, from leaders. And he was cooking. I mean, they had no answer for this man the entire game.
He was dancing on him, though. He was dancing on him.
So it sucks. And that's why I agree with Polk's opening stage. It's just how it happened. It's just how it happened. It's just
how it ended. Yeah, how it ended is You're up 21-0, man. You're up 21-0, and you're like, okay. And then 21-7. Oh, okay. 21-14. I don't like this anymore. This isn't fun. Like, you're up 21-0. Like, okay, we got some shit figured out, because you made stops. The defensive line got there. You made moves, and it just all fell apart. Now, I don't know why we got. We're going to talk. I don't know why we got away from on the offensive side. I think we covered the defensive side enough, right? The offense just it seems like on offense, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just my view, because again, we're allowed to have our own opinions, just like the chat is. You go disagree and debate it. I know the chat's been going crazy in the You Heard chat, in the WhatsApp chat, but we got away from the run, right? We got a little bit away from the run. That holding call on Jalen Rivers, Joe, you touched on it, was complete bullshit. It wasn't a call when the commentators didn't even make an additional commentary on it. You know what I mean? They were just like, oh, okay. And they just kind of passed it over. But you scored 38 points, man. I get so hard to like, oh, well, Cam should have done this. The Cam 26 of 35, 350 yards passing. Was it 3 TDs?
2.
Right? 2.
Hold on, I got the numbers right here. Yeah, I think it was 2. Yeah.
Listen,
2.
fam.
349.
We had 500 total yards.
Yep.
350 passing, 154 rushing, 7.5 yards of play.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Yeah, you could have ran the ball more. I think you could have. You probably could have. But that wasn't the issue. We were 6 of 11 on third downs.
Yep.
We gave up the ball 1 time.
Yep. I would have liked to.
We had 9 penalties for 77 yards. That's a problem.
That's also, the hidden losses. Yeah.
But we moved
I
the ball
know
whenever we wanted to.
Whenever we wanted to. It was wide butt naked ass open. Their defense was absolute hard garbage for 95.
They
Besides
did a
that
decent
fumble.
job getting after Cam, though. They did do a decent job getting after him.
They started to speed him
what
up in the second half. They did.
Yeah.
In the first half, second.
There
were a couple times that he did a really good job moving around though. Like it's another thing. He used his legs a lot more today.
He ran,
in the game.
He ran.
Yeah.
He was trying to win this.
Yeah, he was trying to win.
Yeah.
But they
That's why I
actually
hated that
did. They early, obviously, they gave that man time to do his taxes. But even in the first half, they started heating him up a little bit, and they started coming out. They started getting him off his. He's just very good when he gets off his spot. That a lot of those times he ends up making it a positive play for us. But they were bringing Syracuse clearly figured, look, shit, we probably can't cover him in the back end anyway. We might as well see if we can get Cam off his spot.
The turnover was timely. It was very it was at a terrible time.
Because we just turned them over. We just turned them over.
We wouldn't be talking about the turnover if it didn't come at that time. That was a bad time for that turnover.
And look, I know, and I was talking to Flo earlier. Shout out to Flo. Y'all make sure to check him out tonight. And I'm sure he's going to talk about a bunch of this stuff and different perspectives. That's family. I would have liked. I know it was, but I would have liked the review on the fumble because because they did like that quick review that one time on the Fletch, like 14-yard run that they were like, oh, it was a speedy review. Like, first of all, I never heard that term before in my life in a football game. But I would have liked the review just for like my own peace of mind. This isn't like saying that he didn't fumble.
They slowed it down. They slowed it down and showed you kind of like from what would have been kind of Cam Ward's kind of POV.
No, for me, they showed quickly. They showed the X fumble, but then they just like reviewed like where he stepped out at. You know what I'm saying? For me, I would have liked a little bit better. Just for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it wasn't
out at or the fumble. Period.
The fumble. Period.
Oh no, that shit was a fumble.
No, they honestly did. They gave a really good live replay, like from ESPN's perspective. They gave you a literal replay from the back side of the play. You could literally see the fumble in slow motion. Okay. They did give a nice. Now they didn't give a booth replay, but ESPN did a pretty decent replay for us.
Yeah. That shit was. Yeah, it was.
That was just crazy.
Again, just for me, dog. Just for me. Yeah, man, that sucked, and it sucks, and it sucked for X, man. Like, you just hate to see that shit for
everybody.
I'm not gonna look. It's not. There's.
That was a hell of a play by the safety. A hell of a play.
Yeah, that was a great play. Great play.
That would have been a first down. It was, it sucked, man. It sucked. That shit.
Never should have been in that position to begin with because we blew a 21-point lead.
Yeah, also true. Yeah, Cameron Bobby Pruitt had a hell of a play by himself too.
And you saw the pressure. You saw the momentum shift and the pressure kind of turn on the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, the offense was still rolling, man, but the pressure, like, and people question the field goal, right? What was it? 4 minutes left?
Yeah.
Field goal. You think your defense could get one stop, especially when you know they're going to run the ball.
Okay. A lot of controversy with that decision. So what's your take on it, Joe? What's your take on it?
Because in a normal circumstance, I wouldn't have a problem with the field goal. But with our defense, I wouldn't have taken the field goal because the confidence in our defense, I wouldn't have taken that. I wouldn't have taken that field goal. No.
Yeah, me either. I'm going for the touchdown. Yeah.
You would think that your defense could get you one stop, especially when the offense is going to run the ball. And you know they're going to run the ball. So you would think that. But the defense has been compromised all day. They were tired. They were running around all day. They just gave up 38 points. They've been running around the field the whole day, the whole night.
A lot of cardio.
Nah, you gotta score.
A lot of cardio.
To me.
Yeah, I'm dancing with the one that brought me here, dog. I ain't grabbing nobody else off this wall.
Yeah,
I
Cam's
walked in
hand.
with one, dog. I'm dancing with one. And let me tell you, so we don't get it, right? Your defense still got to get you, regardless, the defense got to get you a stop. There's still time left on the clock.
Yep.
So regardless, you need to stop. So let's say we don't get it. Now they got the ball at 10. They got to go 90 yards. Chances are, hopefully we definitely get a goddamn stop there, and then Cam get the ball back with a minute or 2 minutes left. So yeah, I'm going for it. But you know, we're not in that situation if people keep their level heads. We're at the fucking 2-yard line, and we probably punching in with one of the NFL running backs we got back there. You know, you know, this expensive ass offensive line, you know, that we got. Or maybe we push with our fucking Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback. There's so many options.
Yeah. So many.
So yeah, I don't like the analytics answer either. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't like that answer. I think sometimes you got to feel it and not. I don't like it.
I didn't like that he said it.
But hey, that's coaching, right? Someone's always
but
guess one of your decisions. So at the end of the day, that's coaching. We score there, you know, no one's second guessing it, or we get the stop. No one's talking about it today. So that's coaching, right?
Poke, what was your take on it? About the field goal?
I didn't have a problem with them taking the field goal, because either way you have to get a stop. If you kick the field goal, you get points. You're down 4. A touchdown wins it. You go for the touchdown, you get it. It's a tie game. You still got to stop them to get the ball back. Who's to say we get the touchdown, they don't drive down the field, burn up the time, and kick a field goal to win it? Or we go for it, don't get it. Yeah, they're on their 10-yard line. That just gives them more time to run more clock to win the game. So I have zero issues with taking the points there, because you get the stop you need. Now you have a chance to win it with a touchdown.
So you didn't think the defense was going to stop them anyway?
No, not the way this game was going.
So definitely go for it then. You might as well. I take the ball out of one's hands, man.
You go for it, no? Like,
because then on the flip side of that, we're sitting here talking, screaming at Mario, "You fucking idiot! Why'd you go for it? You should have just took the points." Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
I'm gonna say 10 toes down, because before the play, I say go for it. I understand to look, man. Dance with the one that brought you.
Yeah,
you liked her freckles when you came in here. Don't tell me you like that other girl's smooth face now. You better dance with her.
See now. When we didn't kick the field goals before, everybody was screaming at Mario for not taking the points. So now we take the points. Now everybody's
you weren't facing an offense that was blitzing you.
That was different.
No, it's a lose-lose situation for everybody.
No, it's not.
No, it's a lose-lose. Yes, it is. 100% is. 100%.
No, it's not. Poke.
Yes, it is.
You're bouncing back to the Georgia Tech game to prove a point when it's invalid, because that was in the third quarter. You had multiple drives to go. Your defense has showed you the entire game you can't stop them. You're at the 7 and you take the ball out of Cam's hands.
We couldn't stop them this game either. So what difference does it make?
And that one,
No,
it's not. You're bringing
every decision of Syracuse is blown out of the water, and it's the wrong decision. I could have done a better job than that on the sidelines from my couch. It's horseshit, man. I'm telling you, just let the fucking coaches coach and leave it alone. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
He's so angry.
Fuck.
You good?
I'm going with Cam.
Can't
there.
do that.
I understand. I understand taking the points, but at that point,
them motherfuckers make $8 million to make these fucking dumb decisions. Fuck
good
that.
for them. They're making bank, and we're not.
And we spend too much money.
The outcome of that game has zero effect on my life and how I'm living, so I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
You just screened for 4 minutes, so it seems like you
have to.
So
you have to give a shit
argument
because you're at every game. You go to every
you have
game.
to care.
You have to give a shit.
He just yelled.
I do not.
He's matching with the brick background. He's like, but I don't care. It's not. It's not real.
I do not have to care.
Fam. You have season tickets and you have a UM hat and a UM.
Weren't we just saying about the chat telling people to let them feel how they want to feel?
True.
Yeah.
So don't tell me. Don't tell me I care when I don't care. Don't tell me I don't care when I don't care.
You do.
He gotta. Hey, so he spun that bitch around on us. He's Shane Saunders. He's right.
Yeah, he did.
He's
he
right. We gotta let people feel how they feel. Punk said, "Fuck it." We gotta let them say, "Fuck it."
Yeah. You gotta say, "Fuck it." Well,
but that is coaching, bro. That is coaching, dog. Come Monday, somebody gonna second guess something.
They need to do better. If the players need to do better, hold on, CB. Hold on. If the players need to do better, the coaches need to do better. Fuck that. If the players need to do all they need to do, the coaches need to do that shit too. They need to put players in better positions. They need to make better decisions. Fuck that. You expect the players to be A1 when they drop a ball, when they miss a tackle, when they miss an assignment, it's on the players, right? Yes. So the coaches get equal fucking smoke. It's not just on them, man. Fuck that. They're here to do a job.
It is both.
If you don't do your job, if we fuck up our jobs, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? We're out of there. So the coaches get the same shit. Fuck that, man. These motherfuckers need to do their job. Fuck that. All the smoke.
They also get millions to get fired.
Come on, man. Oh,
exactly. They get their money anyway, so they can get the same criticism.
That shit. They need to do better. They need to do better. They need to do better.
If we're gonna call out the players, if we're gonna call out the players and say they're not talented
enough. Stop capping, Flo. Flo, stop. Hold up, Flo. Stop capping. Flo, get on. Send Flo the link. Stop capping, Flo. Stop capping.
Yeah.
You sticking up for your boys, Flo. Stop capping. You sticking up for your boys.
Send Flo the link.
Motherfuckers need to do better, Flo. You watch the game.
They just
we gotta watch them multiple times. They need to do better.
We gotta be honest. When we do see it's a player issue, we call it when it's a player issue. Dog, the scheme last night was bad, dog.
That shit was terrible.
We all talked about the fucking running back on Wednesday. He's a third leading receiver on the team. This wasn't a wrinkle. Like how he said they never saw Georgia Tech do the damn the jet sweep from the empty, right? That's why that blew them out the wall. That shit's never been on film. Okay, I can't be mad at a motherfucker. I ain't never seen nothing before. We came on here Wednesday, and again, I'm not a goddamn guru. Yeah. I don't watch as much film as they do. I don't have the all 22. But if I can see that they throw the ball to their running back and their tight end a lot, that has to be accounted for. That wasn't accounted for.
No more. More. He doesn't drink beer. There's something else in that glass.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. I'm not exactly happy with the defensive scheme this week. I'm not. I don't.
I haven't been happy with it.
I'm not saying I was. And I'm not saying there's no blame to be put on the coaches or no blame to be put on the players. My whole argument was that we're going to contradict everything a coach decides one way or the other. It's gonna piss somebody off one way or the other. If they do this, they should have done that. If they do that, they should have done this. And that's the shit that pisses me off.
Oh yeah, that's all television and all content. We all second guess the shit. That's why ESPN is a network. You know what I mean? They second guess all that shit. Like that's the whole thing. And you're absolutely right with that. Poke, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I got all the smoke for as to why personnel changes aren't made. Bad angles were being taken all fucking year, dog.
Yep.
All year, dog. You got a blue chip all-world head buster back there standing on the sideline. Put that young bull in the football game.
Yeah. Put
him in the game. Every game we got to hear them say how someone's progressing, and then there's more plays for him, and there's more plays for him, and there's more plays for him. Where's Saquon
Anthony
Patterson,
Mazzano says, this is a recruiting question. Do you think Mario maybe thought the linebackers he was recruiting were the right fit, but now he's realizing his recruiting needs to change?
No,
I think the young guys are better.
It's just how you use them, dog. Wes Bassaint actually did pretty nice in coverage when he was in coverage a couple times. Popo did give
asked
up a
to
couple
cover.
catches, but Popo made both tackles right away when the catches were made. Other than the out, the third one was the out for the running back, and he just beat Popo to the sideline. But it's a 5-yard game.
Yeah,
No,
think
the linebacker room is pretty.
I
It's
thought
how
West
you
played
use
solid.
players, dog.
Yeah.
James Williams is a beast, but if I scheme it up and put myself in empty to where you now got James Williams outside on Zachariah Branch, I'm finna cook this dude. It's how you use people.
Which is the coaches. Yeah. If we clean house,
I'm
this
telling
will be
y'all,
Mario's
we have
third
talent on
defensive.
defense. And yeah, I know it's a lot of young guys.
CB, hold up, CB. Got a dono. If we clean house, this will be Mario's third defensive staff. At what point do we start questioning his evals? No, it's how you use them, right? Like,
I'm not a fan of
Georgia
cleaning
Tech.
house. No.
What do you mean cleaning house? I don't think we need to clean house, so to speak.
Cleaning house is a fine thing to do because you got to make sure
I don't
your
think we
shit's
need to
right.
clean house, so to speak.
Yeah, I said on the link, but he's probably getting ready for the show.
That means he got his computer up. Flo, if you don't click that motherfucking link, dog, I mean your computer up. Getting ready for the other show. Click that goddamn link.
Oh man, yeah, it was. Yeah, look, man, the offense and Cam deserve better. Like I could sit here and be like, oh, but no, listen, 38 points, and you're getting whatever you wanted is bananas. What are you gonna say?
You know what I just thought of?
No, I don't know.
I think I know why this scheme has struggled so well, so bad this year, and why Guidry has not been able to adjust.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Andre Sam. James. We don't have Cameron
Andre
James.
Sam. Y'all remember Andre Sam?
Yeah, the same
Marshall.
Yeah,
he needed him.
That's what he ran his defense through, right? Hold on. Last year, Jaden Harris or Jaden Davis and James Williams playing that nickel spot. That's what he ran the defense through.
Mm-hmm.
We do not have that person. This defense needs like a Charles Woodson at nickel. It needs like that kind of person. I wonder if that one position, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if that throws off how he schemes his blitzes, his coverages, when he can't manipulate that nickel the way he's supposed to. He's known for that position, that hybrid, that I call it a snake. Some people call it a nickel. Some people rover. Whatever you want to call it, star, whatever.
You think that was Damari?
I wonder if not having that guy changes how because remember how much we saw Jaden Davis at the line of scrimmage, James Williams at the line of scrimmage. There's so much he does with that star position. It's called a goddamn star of the defense. Hoo-ha. I wonder if him not having that guy throws off how he schemes everything around it. I'm not saying it does. That shit just popped in my head just now because I'm thinking about our DBs from last year. In my head, I'm reminiscing on a swing by myself.
I have a
thinking
question
of the DBs from last year.
I have a question as like an outsider, right? Y'all play football and all that shit, but like, if your defensive scheme relies on one player as a defensive coordinator, as a teacher, are you a good defensive coordinator? If one player,
all schemes are centered around something. All schemes, offensive schemes,
something,
defensive schemes. It's all centered around something. If you blow that something up, you'll fuck it up. Usually,
right? But to not be able to find that player and to develop a player into that, because you had all offseason, right? And to be like, oh, but we didn't have this guy, and then no adjustments were. You had 2 bye weeks.
Well, the question, you can adjust your scheme, but for example, West Coast offense is about timing. You disrupt the timing, you'll fuck up the core of the scheme. It's hard for them to get rolling if you disrupt. A lot of times, schemes do have
scheme. Like it's not like we're getting.
Yeah, no, you can coach, you can change, you can fucking adapt the shit. Like you can.
That's
change.
What I'm saying.
I literally that just came to me in real time, y'all. I swear to God, I know, and I'm asking no more than 5 minutes of thought into this. It's just I'm thinking about Andre Sam. Damn, he always had a star that was the key piece of his defense. So I wonder if that's his Achilles heel. If he don't have that, I wonder if it's hard for him to scheme the rest around it. I'm just though I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, Constantino, he's not bringing in 10 anymore.
No, he's not. There's not 10. There's not 10 in this class anymore. CP Lux. Yeah, that's changed. That's changed.
He's not bringing in 10 anymore. Nah, David, I'm not about to snap. at all.
About
man.
15 minutes left in the show, Joe, and you
job.
couldn't let that shit ride.
That's all.
You couldn't.
I just want people to do their jobs, man. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all.
A lot of people. I always appreciate the people who like are watching behind and are commenting now because they'll rewind it. You know what I mean, because they might jump on a little late and they'll rewind it, so they're spazzing back to like when you were spazzing and your internet was also trashing on it. I didn't want to say nothing.
Not you. I'm talking about the comment. I'm sorry. Somebody commented.
No. I'm saying like
he can go there if he wants to.
Again, yeah.
He ain't though.
He's about 20.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis to FIU. He stomp.
Oh, that was already debunked when it came out.
Does Ray Lewis even coach?
No.
Has he coached?
It's the prime effect, bro. It's the prime effect. Everybody looking for another energetic black player to come coach.
Ray Lewis gonna come out and dance every time before
the Steve Smith got 3 NFL interviews last week. It was like, you're fiery. You're fiery, right?
The eye black on and shit. That's just crazy.
You got culture and swagger, right?
Let me see. Anthony says, CB, the reason why I asked my question because a lot of fans are complaining that our linebackers don't have the foot speed and they look very slow.
The wrong ones. Hey, man, the wrong ones are being put in position. With the foot speed's there. Basaint, Pruitt,
Cameron, Bobby Pruitt,
Bobby Washington. The wrong ones are and that's Joe's point. That was Joe's point earlier. Mm-hmm. It's why are guys not being put in positions to be successful?
And we don't know, right? Maybe they don't know what they're doing. Maybe they don't. Maybe they haven't.
Maybe they're put there. They just don't understand it.
Maybe they don't understand it. I don't know. But
I think our defensive coordinator is on staff right now. As a matter of fact, if y'all ask me.
Okay. Speaking of, if y'all wanna, look, Tuesday the rankings come out.
That's how I feel about it.
Next Tuesday. I think there's gonna. All right, man. Look, here's how I want to end the show. The timing of it. Look, Wednesday is National Signing Day, right? Early National Signing Day is from Wednesday to Wednesday. Jeez. Yeah, it's this Wednesday. Yeah, it's 3 days from now.
Another decommit.
If y'all watching, we're still doing our special, our extravaganza. You know what I'm saying, that day for the class.
You may not have anything to talk about, son.
It might be a very quick show. It might not be. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But look, the weird timing of this is early signing days on Wednesday. The portal opens up next week. So next Monday, I think. So if we are gonna make coaching changes,
Florida the
timing of it is crazy, right? Because if that's what you're gonna do, when do you do it? Right? Like we saw yesterday, Malzahn quit at UCF to become the offensive coordinator. I'm given there's nothing going on up there at Tallahassee, so that's an easy movement. But if you're a team that's 10-2 and possibly a 11th or 12th seed for next, possibly, right? It could happen. They could slide in there. When do you make staff changes? Not saying that needs, but when do you do it, right? Like, because if you're going into the playoffs and you don't have these coaches in the plans for the future, right? Like, when do you make those changes? I was thinking about the show. I was like, when do you make that shit? Like, when do you decide that, we need to move, or this person's leaving to this position and things like that? What y'all think? Pope, get your last little thoughts off before we bounce up out of here.
I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
Oh no, then I'll just skip right past you. Don't worry. I was just talking.
Hey Joe, your boy from NC State jumped in that thing.
Concepcion, yeah.
He going to K-State though with his brother. His brother just committed to Kansas State. He going to Kansas State with his brother.
Why would he go to K-State?
Why would his brother decommit from NC State then commit to K-State?
I get it, but why would he?
Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson. Nice.
Avery Johnson. Yeah, he called it.
I get it, but you ain't about what?
You say that like he was winning.
You ever been to Manhattan, Kansas?
That's why he's saying that.
Nah, I have not.
That's why
I used to live out there. I used to live in Kansas, so I know. Gosh.
Yeah, Kansas got to be bad because when Dorothy got to Oz, she still kind of thought she was still in Kansas. Like, how bad is Kansas?
Lord have mercy.
To where someone had to tell her you're not in Kansas anymore. It was tornadoes and shit, flying monkeys. This is Kansas?
Ben, no, for real. Repeat the question, though, for real, because you said a lot.
When do you?
Just repeat the question.
Said a whole
Yeah, that
lot.
was a long question.
For real, just repeat the
Oh, my bad. I actually had time to talk while y'all were in the middle of ranting. My apologies. That's my
It's
fault.
like AO
Being
giving
allowed
one
to
of his
talk on
answers to a question. Thought
Yeah, but
AO
you
was
weren't listening
talking.
most of the time anyway. When do you make coaching changes if you possibly are jumping in the playoffs? If you don't see you don't see these people moving forward, right? Because early signing day, a portal next week. If these aren't the guys you have going forward, when do you let them go?
That's hard for everybody, like, to make that decision. But I'm not a fan of. I'm gonna say it right now. Y'all probably gonna be mad. I'm not a fan of getting rid of Guidry right now. I'm really not. Not right now. I'm not. I think with all the
That's not to Joe, by the way. I'm sorry.
with all the DBs you have coming in, and I actually think the defensive personnel is going to be better next year. I think it's going to be faster, more athletic, and I think you're just going to have more dogs on defense next year. I think the D line is going to be better. I think the linebacking core is going to be better. I think the DBs are going to be much better next year. So
-1.
Maybe it hasn't been official yet.
Don't do that to CB, Pope.
CB, chill out. It's not official.
Why he catching the straight?
This whole show.
You know how big that, you know how low that chair gotta be for Poke's big ass to duck under that camera.
I got the table.
I looked up. I see Poke. I was like, where the fuck is Poke?
Yeah, man. I don't think now. We can discuss other people, but I don't think right now. One more year. If it looks like this next year, in the middle of the season, I'm talking about game 5. If this shit is looking like that, then yes. Game 2. Yeah, for real.
First four.
Like that.
We kick off with Notre Dame.
Yeah. Game 1.
Scores
Notre
one
Dame.
touchdown.
If Booker Pickett drops
Yeah.
If they give up one touchdown.
I agree, Joe.
Yeah.
I
think that's tough, Ben. Because you don't have any time to do anything.
No time.
Especially if you're a team that's in the playoff hunt. You don't have time to make changes, man. And then can coaches leave now? Coaches can leave now, right? Like if they get another job, you know, they can just bounce.
They can just dip.
That's tough.
Malzahn on campus now. You understand me? Like, man,
he was on that
man walked out, took his shit off. Someone handed him an FSU hat. He
fly back. He didn't fly back with UCF. He just, hey, y'all be easy. Yeah, because
he took the college Uber. He took UCF's Uber to his new job. Nah. Make it right here.
Yo, the timeline of it is wild, man. Because like for recruiting, right? Like it's crazy. Like literally within a week, you're in you might have a totally different team because you're gonna have players possibly jumping in the portal. You know what I mean? Like that's when they have to make. I think they have like, I don't know how long they have with the first portal. I think it's like 15 days or 30 days, and then 15 days in the spring portal. But yeah, man, like the timing of it is fucking wild, bro. Like, cause you can't. The thing is, like tomorrow, Florida State could come in and offer D Nick the DC job. You know what I mean? And then, like, cause like,
why would you even?
I'm just saying it because it's a possibility.
No.
It's a possibility.
Why would you say it? No, I don't care.
That's just I'm a martyr, dog. Let's keep it up. What we're gonna do lie here? Everybody's yelled about some shit on this one. We all feel better now, right? Everybody feels better. Poke's been drinking the whole time.
What?
This motherfucker
who feels better?
Poke.
Wait, Ben, you feel better?
Poke.
We're supposed to be feeling better after this shit. Run the intro again. Let's start over.
Let's run this shit again. Start it from the top. Poke went off screen, fam. Do you understand?
They're having a Rhett Laxton conversation in the chat right now. They're not even with us no more. The chat is having their own shit.
They're on there.
They're everywhere.
It went left so long ago, bro. I'm like, what are y'all talking? The chat, I love y'all because y'all are just like, you know what? They're a mess. What y'all want to talk about? Like they're just in the chat having their own.
Y'all good over here?
It's fitting. It's fitting for this show.
Yeah,
chat's a mess. We're a mess. I mean,
yeah, This yesterday. Look, man, yesterday fucking sucked, bro. Like I ain't even like yesterday.
Ain't no better.
Today didn't feel better. Again, fold. You know how wild you gotta be, like, to do shit around the house, like folding laundry in complete silence. Just don't want to hear shit about nothing. No, don't just sitting there. Just how the fuck we can't cover a running back in game 12 out of the backfield. Just can't. Why are we throwing Mezzi in the flats? When, yeah, it is. That's what it felt like, fam. I should have put on fucking Dahmer on Netflix. Probably would have been better. Well, yeah, man. 10-2.
Hold up, Callie. Callie, did you find Callie donated and he asked the question?
Hold up. I got it. Hold on.
You see how all the coaches lose though?
Yeah.
They don't like Mario, bro. These coaches do not like Mario. That should make me like him even more. I'm gonna be honest with you. They be like, cause he arrogant. Yeah, the fuck he is. What's up? Like I like it. I like it.
Kelly Kane says, "Do you believe we need a NFL experienced DC?"
No, come on with it. I don't mind NFL experienced guys. I definitely don't.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who it is, if they like to recruit, they're gonna have to understand what it takes to be down here. And if they coached in college before, if they know the landscape, I definitely don't mind it. But
Wes says, Flo better be pumping sunshine. This show depressed me. Hey, listen, man, y'all gonna get our live reaction. This is family here. These are brothers talking. We gonna give y'all the real shit every single time. We're not gonna hide. We don't talk about our show before we do it. Ever, and we never will. Flo gonna be all buttoned up tonight. Flo's gonna talk his talk, man. Flo gonna show up in a button up and a tie. Does he? You think Flo owns the suit, yo? Like Flo don't.
Yes, he does.
Flo looks like his most.
Flo got a suit, but he never put the tie on. He leave it buttoned up at the top.
Yeah, he little taco meat showing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah,
he's gonna show up in his finest golf attire.
Isn't Rex Ryan like 87 years old?
Yeah, Rex Ryan ain't out here. Ain't gonna be out here recruiting. Rex Ryan can't walk into no young.
Somebody mentioned Charlie Strong
living room.
Like, what are we doing here? Bro?
Yeah, Charlie Strong.
What year is this?
We're just right now.
No,
Aaron Glenn. Nah, he's gonna get an NFL job. He get a head coach job.
Come on now, fam. Let's not get crazy here. I think we're just saying names that we remember from like 2000 football. You know what I mean?
Nah. Aaron Glenn is about to be an NFL head coach. He's a hell of a defensive.
No, I'm talking about Charlie Strong and Rex Ryan. We're just going with like 2000 football, and that 1 year they were. You're a both
former Canes out there coaching.
I don't see him being a bow tie.
Brandon Harris coaches.
I see a clip on. I see a clip on bow tie.
DB coach.
I don't see him doing the whole 9. Mel Tucker. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what. Look, I'm just saying.
Colin McCarthy was on Twitter saying he want to come coach here.
Listen, man. The timing of it is going to be crazy. So, we don't know what's going to happen with this coaching staff. We don't know if any changes are going to be made. If changes are made, but again, recruiting on Wednesday, National Signing Day till Friday, and then next Monday the portal opens. So, when you're going to make changes is a wild time.
I think we're going to have to hit the portal heavy too now. Now, I think there's going to be more than expected. Before the season, I think we were saying what, 6, 8, around that, 8 to 10 or something like that.
8 to 10.
I think we're going to go.
I think we need to cool on that a little 13.
Bit. I think we're going to go bigger.
Too much. I think that's too much, dog. You sacrifice the development if you do that.
But I think the recruiting class is not going to be as big.
That it depends on what the recruiting class looks like. Yeah, because I don't want to sacrifice development, man. There's too many guys that should be on the field next year, and if they're not, then I got.
And there's going to be a lot of people leaving in the portal.
Yes. There's going to be people leaving.
I'm not allowing that shit. What are we talking about?
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's going to be a good amount of players, man. I off the top of my head,
to the building.
I know. Off the top of my head, I could think 7 to 10 players easily.
Paperwork going to get lost.
Yeah, that paperwork's already submitted.
Let him go, son. Let him go.
Joe, no. What you saying?
Let him go, son. Let him go, son.
For life when you sign for this orange and green.
Let him go. Stay in the game. We jumping them in.
No.
Yeah, I do think we can still get in. We can still get in.
If
We gotta
SMU
We need some shit to happen.
SMU
need
needs to win. Yeah, if Clemson
SMU
wins,
gotta win.
we're not getting in. If Clemson wins,
Texas
then
got
South
to win
Carolina.
too. Texas got to win.
Texas got to beat Georgia, right?
Yes. We cannot give them any fucking excuses to allow another SEC team in that. Oh, but they lost to Texas. Got to win.
Yeah.
If Georgia wins, they both getting in.
But SMU definitely has to be Clemson.
But SMU definitely has to win as well.
Definitely.
SMU has to be Clemson, yeah. Because then if Clemson wins, then the argument becomes for South Carolina, right? Because then South Carolina
the argument becomes for SMU. Shit, if they're gonna let in a second ACC team, it's gonna be.
They won't let it. They won't let in.
No, it's saying if SMU wins, they're in. And then
now he's saying if they lose, SMU's got a better argument than we do.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's
absolutely.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
But you don't think the playoff committee will want to see Miami, Notre Dame in the first round? Ooh,
I think the playoffs want to see Cam Ward.
Ratings bonanza.
I think they want to see Cam Ward. I don't understand how you do not want to see this offense at least one more time. Yeah. Cam said it. The style of play that they have, the committee's going to want to see it.
But then who wants to see this?
It's about selling tickets and money. It's not really about
that.
Who wants to see this defense
right there?
I don't want to see
that shit. We're not asking for that. Don't imagine.
Nah, man.
It's a byproduct of it. Now they got to come, unfortunately. We can't leave them at home, but I don't know, man. Maybe in the playoffs we just run the football and go back to Can's wing tee days. Fuck it.
Some shit. All right, man. Appreciate y'all.
No, we got you gotta do what you do. We're gonna put a 40 on somebody in the fucking playoffs. Let's go.
Cuse. Shout out to Cuse in the building. SMU played the weakest schedule in the ACC.
Hey man, you win who's in front of you, dog. Our schedule was not exactly tough. Let's stop.
Yeah,
they handled their business though.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man.
They saying the same shit about us, man. Come on, man. We can't be hitting people with the same shit. We fighting.
Appreciate that's a better you there on that one, man. Love y'all, man. Be good. Be safe. Catch y'all on Wednesday, man. We out. Peace.